Welcome, friends. Today's topic is about reflection, uh, like what we see in water generally, or say on any surface where say a tabletop which is shiny. So, in that, you'll find that there is a little variation between the reflection which is there on water and the reflection which is there on the say what I said about a tabletop. Okay, say for example, I'll show you like this is the one which we'll do. But see, I have few examples like this where I have did a little detailed thing of a boat and the reflection of it here like this. So where you'll see that which I'll explain it a little later in the demo part where we'll be painting the scene which I've shown you before, you'll see that how does the edges gets wavy because there's a wave here. Okay, but compared to that, if you see, like for example, say a surface like this. Okay, so this is a little shiny surface, like there's a pot which I painted, and if you see the reflection which is there on the surface, like these edges are so fine. Say, for example, in case of this boat, these edges are not that fine, like they are wavy. Okay, so that is how we have to see the difference between in water. Say, for example, again, one more drawing is there here like this, where if you see the reflection of the bird in water, the edges are so wavy like this. Okay, so that is of the rocks which are there, of the fish, the shadow of the fish which is there, even that is also wavy like that. So I have did a few drawings like this. Say like this also if you see, but see here what I've shown is very still water, so you'll not see like a lot of wavy edge, very less. It's almost still water. Okay, so there also definitely you'll find a little bit of zagness, but then this it won't be that visible as such, and it's a night scene here. So like again a lighthouse here, but a little detailed one. Okay, so let's begin with now the drawing. Here is a scene of a lighthouse which is there next to the sea, and the top portion I have painted beforehand so that we don't waste time in doing this full painting. Yeah, okay, it's not very difficult. The colors are very easy to see. There's a little bit of say you can see the light of the sun which is falling, so that's why you find a little yellowish color here. Okay, these are the rocks which are there, and see there is a small outhouse. Okay, there's a boat tied here. Okay, so now how do we go about? Once we draw this, what we do is we keep a tracing sheet on this like this. Okay, and like this. Okay, and then we start tracing it like this. So you trace it like this, like this. Okay, so once we have finished tracing the whole thing like this, these are few rocks, there's a railing like this, just to make us nice scene out of it. And there is a boat also, tied alongside here, uh, anchored in water. Okay, sun is seen here, okay, in the sky, like that, and I painted the scene also ready for you. Okay, so after you do that, you just flip, like say if it is like this, okay, just flip it like this. Okay, and when you flip it, just hold it, see at any one of these edge, or say the boat like this. Okay, the base should be that. like this. Okay, and then accordingly just trace out the whole thing again. Yeah, like this. You give pressure, 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 like this. Give pressure like this, pressure like this, pressure, so that whatever the pencil marks which are there, they will appear. This sun is here like this. Okay, so once you finish that, you will find the flip has come in water. So in case of reflection, okay, see what height you get here, like this. Okay, so it is the same height which you get, and not from here, because see, the base is this, so we have to see from there. So suppose if I take the height like this from here to here, okay, so it is going a little bit out of the paper, but it will be this much. Okay, so not that this height should be calculated from here. Okay, that will be a incorrect thing. Okay, for example, I can show you a small topic of a boat which is there, and in that you can see this one. Okay, so in this boat you can see that what is here, this much portion is here, and it is like a, a, a curve like this. When it comes to say, I can just show you by way of rounder that how does it work. Okay, so this is the base like this, say. Okay, and from here, okay, you see it comes right here like this. Okay, so that is how we calculate the reflection part, and it's like a mirror image of the whole thing. Okay, so now let's start painting. Okay, so once we do this, since there is water, we can show a little bit of ultramarine blue in water. So we'll take and do a very light coat of that. Okay, because here, if you see, the sun is quite bright. So because of that, we'll see that there will be some yellowness also there in the whole thing. Okay, so let's take ultramarine blue like this, and then just do like this. Okay, I think this is the ultramarine blue. Yeah, and not much, like, yeah, just a smear sort of thing like this. Okay, just a little bit. Can leave some gaps also for highlights on water of the sun. Like this, say, you can have very light coat like this, then show some waves like this, which are alternates like this. Okay, then can keep doing a little bit darker here as it approaches to near us. Okay, so we just do this. Okay. And see, we can leave a little bit of whites in between like this. Okay, and later on we can paint a few highlights also on the surface of water like this. So now what happens is, whatever we have did the reflection part in the sea, okay, that thing, when we paint, the reflection part which we paint, that one will start, means there will not be any sharp edges as what it is there seen here. Okay, it will be like a wavy thing. Okay, so now how do we go about doing that? So now let's do, because the lighthouse is a white colored one. Okay, so we'll take white, okay, white paint, and then say here, okay, we can apply a little bit of white like that there. Okay, so let me take white in the palette and then apply that. So when we are applying this white, we can do a thing is just clean the brush. That's it. Okay, then take white, and if you see here the edges which are there, that we have to show a little bit wavy like this, wave these edges. Okay. So suppose if I have drawn the brush outside here like this, so here it will go inside like this, then a wave like this, then a wave like this it will be, and then yeah. And similarly, it will happen for the rest of the thing. So let me just paint it. This. Okay, we'll get the edges, zagged edges like this in water. And the color which will be there is not exactly what is there of the body. Generally, as a rule, or say what is as per observation, you'll find the objects which are dark, they appear to be very light in reflection. Okay, and the objects which are light appear to be darker. So there's a theory behind that, which I don't think it's required for me to explain it now. Okay, now same way for this house also, you see we can do this. So it's all about the edges in reflection. Okay. How about the boat and all that? Everything will happen the same as what it is, like for other objects. It's about the wave which is coming. Say, suppose if the wave is coming like this in this direction, so the reflection will get zagged like this. Okay, so now let us go for the other parts to be done. Okay, we'll do the grays first. This pretty faster. I'll try to do. See these ones which are there, the boat which is there, say like this, it is there. Okay, not much will be seen of the boat. So also of this gray structure like this, this will appear a little zagged like this. And then where else? Yeah, here also it is there. So like this, then like this. So this is how we go about painting the reflection. Okay, so once this is done, we'll just finish off all these parts. The grays are here also. Okay, so again, the lines which are there, which are horizontal, they will appear like a wave like this. Okay, So, but these are very small objects, and the painting I made it a little smaller in size because I wanted to do the demo very quickly. So again here it will be like this. Yeah, it won't be like a straight line like this. See, I can show you with a very thin brush that that portion which is there that will look. I mean the rope by which it is tied. It will come like this. So, say for example, I can show you say if you say the zoomed version of this is this boat, say in some direction like this. See, so if you see this line is straight like this, okay, the line is straight like this, and then the reflection as per the wave, it is like curved like this. Okay, if you see even these edges, they are as per the wave, okay, as per the flow of the water. Okay, this is how we get. Okay, okay. So this board drawing is pretty difficult, though it appears easy, but for one to do it takes about 4 to 5 hours because there I did a lot of detailing work in that. And the image is actually a colored image, so from that I had converted it into a grayscale image like that. So and how to get the exact color in grayscale, that one has to be like very proficient in that as to how do we understand that. And see these ones, this edges will be like this, this edges will be like the railings which are there, they will come out like this, okay, like this, okay, you will get some edges like this, okay. Let's do the door part also. Okay, so it's like a bit of orange there, so and it's pretty light, so maybe I'll have to go a little darker like this. And then again, if you see the edges which are there, they are pretty dark. Right, okay. Now let's do the roof part. Okay, so let's take this paint, take a little middle size brush. Okay, and then you can put the roof a little darker. This again the same thing. Nice bit of a variation of color like that. Okay, and you'll find the it's like diminishing in the background, the whole thing. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry about this. The roof is somewhere here, so the roof is not seen here. Here you can see only the, say, only this portion we can see, only this portion. So I'll just paint that portions like, again it is like this. It is then a wave like this. Okay. And then a little gray with that. Okay, so I think the roof is not seen here. This is all. This is here. Now let's come to the rocks. Again, the rocks also will have the same thing, where we can see that rocks which are dark, there won't be much of a variation in color here. Okay, because they are away from the light source, but then some bit of color variation will be there, like this. Of this rock, again the darkness portion here. Okay, then again the darkness portion here. So not much will be able to define like this, but then should see. So I mean, once we do this, a very light color of the rock there here. Okay, so that we can do like this. See a little bit. Okay, so here also a bit of the same way the zigzag edges which are there, like this. Okay, the zigzag edges here like this. Okay, so I think you are getting. I hope you people are getting the hang of how we should draw this reflections. Only the rule which I had explained in the starting will be there. That how do it will be like a mirror image of the top body like this. Okay, let's put some yellows here of the sun. That's why if you must have noticed, I have kept some spaces there to. I mean, I kept some whites there to be painted. Okay, so let's do the yellows there, and in water, and then you'll find them pretty bluish sort of. Sorry, with the mixing with the blue, a little bit of greenish effect coming. Okay, I think we'll have to paint some more blue. Sorry, white for the light one, because see this portion is lightened down a lot. Okay, so something which a little bit here there. Okay, so once this is complete, we can do now a little bit of darkening here. And first is a lighthouse. Okay, so lighthouse, I can just put some more white here. This will define a little bit of nice edge. Okay, now once this is done, we can now start adding a little bit of blue to the edges so that the reflection starts getting painted nice. Okay, so let me take a medium size brush again. Okay, and then see what I'm saying is here we can start doing a bit of edging out like this. Okay, and then the same will be this side also. So I'll just finish off the painting and then you'll see the final thing. I'm just darkening the rocks a little bit. We're almost there now. You see, I have darkened out these portions, the edges, which are there here, here, a little bit. Okay. Um, Again, the rocks, if you see, this can go a bit more darker like this here. Okay, then here also. I mean, this is the reflection of these rocks here, and the reflection of these rocks here. And say a little bit of reflection of these here. So these the painting when we do the reflection in water, that time it should be like a very loose hand. You should not apply a lot of pressure when you're doing the painting in water, especially. Okay, so we'll just finish off these two portions here, and we're almost there. Okay, so say one is here, I think, same way here, same way. Okay, and one is somewhere here, here. And it's like a diminishing thing. So, you'll not find any edges as such of that. Okay, and say you can do a more little bit of detailing here with the white. Okay, these portions which are there for the to define the edges of the outhouse like this. Like that, yeah. Now see these edges are come out this edge. Okay, and then what else is there now? The boat seems to be okay. I can just do a little bit of uh, on the lighter side. Okay, and a little bit of say showing little bit of highlights on these edges like this. A little bit of here, just a little bit of highlights here like this, and highlights on this. There's a little there, a little bit here, there. Okay, like this, highlights will be there. Same goes with water also. And water also, you'll find a little bit of white highlights here, like here. See, these lines will look pretty small in size. Mm, yeah. So now let's do a little bit of shadowing, shadow of this house here. The rest, how do we paint shadows? I've already covered in my previous topics, which I'll put it in the end screen. You should surely do that. Okay, so these portions, then it will be a little darker like this. Okay, and then we can just do a work like this. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. So what I did for your uh, for your understanding of it a little, I did a bigger size one also here like this. See, so where you'll find the edges here. If you see these portions which are there, these portions, this is what I was talking about. There, it's a very small one, but see here you can find these edges so nicely, visible. These ones which are there of this boat, which are there, the boat's zagged edges here, here. Okay, the roads line, this line. Okay, so this painting takes a lot of time to do. So I thought I will do one which is of a little bigger size. That was a demo painting. So this is a little bigger. It takes about 5 to 6 hours to do this type of paintings. But then, see, that is how the reflection is seen in water. Okay, so I hope you have understood this topic very well, and I'm sure you will practice these reflection topics. They look very nice when you paint. Okay, it's a good feeling. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Do share it with all your family and friends, and do give me a like if you like this video. Thank you very much.